real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder.
From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders, and it's distributed evenly.
That's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a naturally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, you know?
Terence Crawford's preparation for his upcoming clash with Canelo Alvarez has sparked concern after unsettling reports emerged. According to Top Boxing News, there are now rumors circulating that Terence Crawford has a lingering shoulder injury heading into his fight against Canelo Alvarez this Saturday. This speculation has created uncertainty about whether Crawford will enter the ring fully healthy, with many fans and analysts questioning if the injury could affect his performance under the spotlight. Former world champion Tim Bradley made it clear that speculation about Terence Crawford's supposed shoulder injury does not hold much weight. In his view, no one outside Crawford's inner circle truly knows what is going on in the training camp. Bradley emphasized that when fight night arrives, Crawford will be ready, and whether he is at 100% or even slightly less, he is still determined to fight. Bradley's confidence reflects his belief that Crawford's skill set, mentality, and toughness make him capable of handling adversity, regardless of minor setbacks. By dismissing rumors of injury, Bradley reinforces the image of Crawford as a fighter who never looks for excuses and enters the ring fully committed to performing at the highest level.
Bradley, you already know the rest. F that damn shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. Man, I see some bozos talking about, oh, his shoulder hurt and all this. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You just talking just to talk. You have no clue what's going on in Crawford's camp. No clue. So shut up, bozo. Man, tired of this, man. Golly. Even the stuff about Boots. Boots beating the hell out of Canelo. Fugazi. That's not true. That was not true. That was not true. Man, everybody always creating stupid-ass narratives just to get views, yo. For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder. Bro, this is what we signed up for. This is part of being a fighter. That's what it's part of. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. This is what comes with it. That's it. Stop making excuses. Don't want to hear that, man. Hell no. No excuses. No team. Winner takes all on this one. That's how that go. Winner takes all. We don't want to hear no damn excuses by anybody. I know I don't. Hell no. Canelo win fair and square. He win fair and square. That's just what it is. He's the better fighter. Period. If Crawford wins fair and square, he's the better fighter. That's what it is. Period. I don't want to hear nothing about no weight. I don't want to hear none of that. Nope. They the same damn weight. That's what they are. On fight night, they might be a different weight.
Saudi advisor Turki Al-Sheikh, who has been instrumental in bringing major boxing events to the kingdom, expressed his excitement about the magnitude of this clash. He labeled it as the biggest fight for them, highlighting not only the scale of the promotion, but also the global attention surrounding it. When asked specifically about how Crawford is dealing with the challenge of moving up in weight, Turki responded with confidence, suggesting both fighters will arrive fully prepared and at 100%. His comments underline the professional environment being created for this super fight, ensuring that both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have every opportunity to perform at their best. For Al-Sheikh, the focus is on celebrating boxing history being made in front of a worldwide audience.
It's been good. It's been good. And this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
What do you make of Terence Crawford's shape? He posted that photo with the six-pack. How do you think he's handling the weight?
This is the fight, the biggest fight for them, and they will be ready 100%, both of them.
Thank you very much.
Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy promoter and Hall of Famer, pointed to the challenges facing Crawford in this fight. In his view, moving up to face Canelo Alvarez is a major leap, especially coming off a year-long layoff. De La Hoya explained that Crawford would need to deliver a flawless performance to overcome Canelo's power and experience. Meanwhile, Canelo's strategy could be more straightforward: withstand Crawford's punches, manage the pace, and impose his size and strength. De La Hoya's perspective comes from years of experience both inside the ring and as a promoter who has witnessed how weight and activity levels play pivotal roles in determining the outcome of big fights.
Do you feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez?
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, it's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all.
No.
Berlanga's a big kid.
Yeah.
So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork.
Boy Anthony, Executive Club, getting a fresh haircut. But just want to talk about Canelo. Crawford is coming up this weekend, and everybody's excited here in Vegas. The electricity is in the air. So, look, even though these guys are, combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes, and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is going to box his ears off. It might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? That can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches, but he cannot be comfortable inside the ring.
During the pre-fight press conference, Terence Crawford directly addressed the rumors swirling around his supposed shoulder issue. Instead of showing frustration, he responded with sarcasm and humor, making light of the speculation. By joking about the supposed injury, Crawford projected confidence and refused to allow doubts to distract him or shift the narrative. This reaction highlighted one of Crawford's greatest strengths, his mental composure under pressure. He has always carried himself as a fighter who thrives in the spotlight and refuses to give his opponents any psychological edge.
Thank you.
Hey, Terence, how are you? This is Chava Rodriguez from ESPN Knockout. You know, to be involved in this kind of events has a lot of rumors, and you already know that everybody or many people saying that, I don't know if the left one, the right one, or both, but somebody says that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Can you just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. You know, so don't tell Canelo. You know, it may be the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders. Shh, keep that under wraps.
And finally, everybody say that Canelo is going to be the favorite in the stadium with a lot of people supporting him. But what about Omaha? Do you feel many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the Allegiant Stadium?
Former welterweight champion Shawn Porter, who once shared the ring with Crawford, gave a detailed assessment of Crawford's physical preparation. Having observed him during training camp, Porter praised the way Crawford has added muscle and handled the transition in weight. He pointed out that the extra mass was balanced across Crawford's body, with visible improvements in his legs, chest, and arms. For Porter, this development is crucial because it indicates that Crawford has not sacrificed speed or agility in pursuit of size. Instead, the growth appears methodical and functional, preparing him to compete with a naturally larger opponent like Canelo.
What do you think most people get wrong when they're thinking of putting on weight for fights?
Most boxers don't lift weights. That's kind of the no-no in boxing. But as I like to say, when you're putting on weight, it has to be muscle. You can't put on fat. You can't put on, sluggish nothing. Mm-hmm. So the best thing a fighter can do when he's trying to gain 10 pounds to fight at another weight class is hit the weights, up your protein and things of that nature. I saw the man eat. The man is eating brilliantly. He's doing it all right. And that's what I meant when I said, when he decided to take on this challenge in Canelo Alvarez, it takes a good 2 years to successfully put on 10 pounds, along with successfully putting on 10 pounds to get your body to acclimate to that weight, right? So when people talk about him being out of the ring for 13 months, they really have to also accept they have to understand that he's been working and training for everything that he needs to do on fight night against Canelo Alvarez.
So you saw him in camp as he was building and putting that weight on, and you said that you think he's doing it right. From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders. And it's distributed evenly. You'll get a lot of guys who are bottom heavy. They don't have much on the top half. So once you get to the inside, they don't have a lot that they can do with you from this standpoint. I know a lot of people are concerned with Canelo Alvarez. Should he get in close? What's the strength situation going to be like? Well, Crawford's put on the right muscle mass in the chest area, in the ab region, and in the arms and things of that nature. I think he's going to be able to handle the strength just fine.
The others say, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down. So I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So,
despite positive reports from inside the camp, Crawford faced criticism after a photo surfaced of him looking out of shape. The image, taken during a meeting with Ilya, appeared to show him with a slight belly, prompting speculation about whether he was truly in top condition. Fans online questioned whether the impressive training pictures released earlier had been altered to create a better impression. The contrast between the 2 images fueled debate about Crawford's physical readiness, especially given the magnitude of the fight. Such scrutiny is not unusual for high-profile athletes, where every detail is magnified and every image analyzed.
Well, first and foremost, the reaction to the photos. I'm in the gyms all the time, and I was in the gyms when these photos came out. So the first photo that dropped was the one of Terence looking all jacked up and ripped and lean and glistening and perfect lighting. And I think he actually posted it himself. And all the guys in the gym were like, yo, Crawford looks sick. He's in great shape. He's going to win. He's going to knock Canelo out, blah, blah, blah. Then a couple days later, the photo on the right comes out where he meets Ilya Zepura, and he looks fleshy and he doesn't look great. He does, like exactly the champ said, it's probably, pre-workout. He probably just drank a bunch of water after the workouts. He's a little bit bloated. He's also not flexing. He's relaxed.
Respected trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas weighed in with high praise for Crawford's physical appearance in recent photos. According to Atlas, Crawford looks scary in his current shape, reinforcing his belief that the fighter is primed for a career-defining performance. Atlas noted that he had picked Crawford from the beginning and continues to stand by that prediction. For him, the key factor is not just physical condition, but also the visible determination Crawford carries. Atlas believes that this combination of focus, discipline, and hunger is what will ultimately separate Crawford from Canelo. Known for his no-nonsense analysis, Atlas's endorsement is significant, especially because he has a reputation for being brutally honest about fighters' chances.
Vaguely proposed, where a lot of people poo-pooed it. No, Crawford's too small, forget about it, doesn't make sense. When it was going through those times, I didn't hesitate. I said Crawford. I'm not changing now. I see, listen, both guys have gotten older. I don't know. I hope it's not. And I'll put the disclaimer out there first. I'm not poo-poo. I'm not raining on anyone's parade. I think it's a very interesting fight, and I hope it's a great fight. And they're making it so big. They're really bringing everything out for this fight. Dana White, his first involvement in boxing, in a promotion of a fight like this. I know he's involved with Walsh, the Irish kid, but I mean, his first really foray with boxing in this kind of way and level with Turkey al-Sheikh, and they're not holding anything back. I mean, they're putting everything into this. I remember how excited everyone was for the Mayweather fight with Pacquiao. As it turned out, it was 5 years too late. It didn't happen when probably it should have, to really give us a chance to really have a great fight. And people were very disappointed. And I'm hoping that don't happen, and I don't think it will.
Danny Garcia, another former champion, offered a candid assessment of Crawford's ambitions. He described Crawford as stubborn, highlighting the fighter's determination to push himself into new territory. Garcia noted that throughout boxing history, some fighters who moved up in weight achieved greatness while others struggled. In his view, Crawford is taking on the ultimate test, but if he succeeds, his legacy will be cemented as one of the all-time greats. Garcia's comments strike a balance between admiration and caution, recognizing the risk involved in such a bold move. His perspective also adds context to the broader discussion about weight divisions in boxing, where crossing boundaries has often defined careers but also exposed weaknesses.
Terence Crawford's trying to do what every great has tried to do, is go up in multiple weight classes and win. A lot of people, a few did it, a few didn't. You know what I mean? So that's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a nationally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, you know? But for me, I think Canelo will win a unanimous decision.
Let me ask you this, because
Just because I could see the fight playing out like, all right, cool, it's competitive first 4 rounds, but I feel like once he feels his power a little bit,
yeah,
he might try to box him a little bit, and Canelo just walk him down. I could just see the judges probably give him the rounds for like aggression.
let me ask you this, because I was just talking to Chris Colbert today. Funny guy. I know you know Chris, a funny
Yeah,
guy.
my guy.
And like we was talking about the fight and stuff like that, and we're talking about Canelo's power, but I'm more so interested in seeing how Crawford's legs look in like round 7, 8, 9, when you're putting on all that extra weight, all that extra muscle. Do you think that could bother him a little bit?
Even sparring in the gym, when you spar like naturally bigger guys,
Yeah.
that's tough. Cause I was doing that for my last fight. And no matter, even when I got down to even when I was 160, I still look more like a welterweight. You know what I mean? Because my body frame, my body type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guys who are naturally bigger, when they could be 160 but look way bigger than you, just because they got more body mass. They're like, their body's more bigger than yours. It's like they're naturally bigger than you. You know what I mean?
Shakur Stevenson, the undefeated young star, expressed his admiration for Crawford's career trajectory and offered a bold prediction. In Stevenson's view, if Crawford defeats Canelo Alvarez, his resume will become the greatest he has ever witnessed. This statement reflects Stevenson's appreciation not only of Crawford's technical skill, but also his willingness to challenge himself against the very best. By adding Canelo to a list of previous world-class opponents, Crawford would elevate his career to historic levels. Stevenson's confidence in Crawford also highlights the respect younger fighters have for him, viewing him as a role model who demonstrates what it means to take risks in pursuit of greatness.
I feel like once he beat Canelo, that will be like one of the greatest resumes in boxing ever, just because of the fact that he's going up 2 divisions just to fight this guy, and this guy's bigger than him. And not only did you just crush Errol Spence, but you go out there and and the way that he beats Canelo too. If he go out there and just dominate and make it an easy fight, honestly, I think that that's gonna be like one of the best resumes I ever seen. But as far as the fight, I feel like Bud could beat him easy.
How though? Don't give me everything. Just how is it?
For me, it's a blueprint already. It's literally blueprints to see. Floyd was a lot smaller than Canelo when he fought him. You keep Canelo on the outside. I ain't gonna even say too much, but you keep him on the outside and make it an easy night.
So how would you like to see Bud go out right now? Because he getting close to that time.
I think that's the fight. I think that fight, and then just call it, I'm done. What else is there to prove after beating Canelo? There's nothing else to prove.
You
in
can't
this
go up
sport.
no more.
I mean, unless you want to go fight Usyk.
You gonna go to 75, cruising? You know what I'm saying?
If you fight Usyk, then man.
Hall of Famer Andre Ward offered a measured and insightful perspective on the matchup. He reminded fans that Canelo Alvarez has built much of his reputation by defeating naturally larger opponents, proving his ability to adapt across divisions. However, Ward cautioned against underestimating Crawford, pointing out that he is not a small fighter himself and possesses the skills to offset Canelo's size advantage. According to Ward, the key lies in Crawford's ability to control his legs and movement. If he maintains discipline in his footwork, he can neutralize Canelo's power and dictate the tempo of the fight. Ward's analysis reflects his deep understanding of boxing strategy, and his comments suggest that Crawford's tactical execution will be as important as his physical preparation.
Has also made a career out of breaking down taller fighters, getting inside of the longer reach. But this fight is a little bit different. Crawford, he does very good, especially early on, with keeping opponents at the end of his jab and at the end of his long left hands. If Terence Crawford stays under his feet, stays under his legs and controlled.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.